Here we go. We are officially live with Premier Women's Rodeo Wednesday. It is July the 8th. Wow, that's crazy.
Happy Women's Rodeo Wednesday. And we have our honorary guest with us today, Linsay.
Yes, we do. We have a very special guest this morning. If you are joining us live on Facebook, please let us know where you're joining us from. But without further ado, our special guest today is the VP of Marketing for the National High School Rodeo Association, Mr. Gary Hawks. Thank you so much for joining us this morning because we have some special news, right?
Yes, very excited to join you guys this morning to talk about what we've gotten ourselves into.
Yes, we have. You're welcome because welcome to our shenanigans, Sami, Joe, and Linsay's shenanigans. But no, we're very excited to have you. And the National High School Rodeo Association, I was kind of doing a little research, 1947.
1949, but it was kind of established in like 48, 47-ish. And then the first finals was 1949 in Hallettsville, Texas.
Hallettsville, Texas. And have been rocking and rolling. It started in the 70s of doing like the scholarship stuff. And in 2004, you started the junior high. We were talking a little bit before 15,000 members now in the National High School Rodeo Association. Tell me all of those countries that you were kind of rattling off earlier today.
Yeah, so we're just shy of 15,000 members. We've said kind of plateaued around that realm, which is super awesome for us, but super hectic as well, trying to find venues and facilities. But we have a far reach now. So we have our 50 U.S. states. Not every state has an association, but the kids are from different states, especially up there in the Northeast where they're a little smaller. We're in 5 Canadian provinces, Australia, and Mexico, and then our newest ones in New Zealand and Guatemala. So
awesome. And all being represented at the high school finals starting on July the 15th. 19th. Where'd my notes go? There they are. Okay, so we have you on the show today because we are very excited to announce that officially Premier Women's Rodeo and the National High School Rodeo Association are going to partner up and offer some great opportunities for the female rodeo contestants at the National High School Finals Rodeo, with the exemptions to the national champions in the barrel racing, the goat tying, the breakaway roping, and the pole bending, and then the highest placing female team roper. So we're so excited and so just honestly to have the National High School Association just recognize the PWR as another opportunity for female rodeo athletes. It is so special to me. But tell me why you were excited about this partnership.
Yeah, I think it's super awesome. Obviously, any of us working here, we're all for the kids. So just having another chance to create an opportunity for our kids and highlight them on a different level, and especially with something as prestigious as PWR has like become, obviously, we know you guys have grown and just elevated to a different opportunity for women's rodeo. So giving them another opportunity inside the arena, and obviously we know inside and outside the arena is important for these female athletes to go on to.
Yeah, it was pretty exciting for us last week. We announced that we were adding the pole bending to our finals. And historically, pole bending was the last hurrah at the high school finals. So, what do you think that the ladies are going to think about having? I always say, like, it chokes me up because I remember when I was at the high school finals in Springfield, Illinois, I won 4th in the nation in the cutting. I get off my cutting horse. My dad's like, "Hey, give me your shaps." And I'm like, "Okay." And I give him my shaps and he's like, "I just sold your horse." And I didn't bring my horse home from the high school finals, my cutting horse, because I mean, you don't really, if you're not a cutter, you don't cut anymore. And I get home, and I'm bawling. Everybody's crying. I'm so sad, but I knew it was going to happen. And then I get home and sell my pole bending horse because, you're getting ready to go to college and there's no pole bending after high school. And so I don't know how many times you've probably seen little girls crying at the high school finals after their senior year, but it's exciting to be able to, add the pole bending and give these ladies another opportunity past high school rodeo. So it's kind of funny when you think about all of the stories and the history behind high school rodeo and how many athletes started their careers there. Why do you think high school rodeo has just continued to grow and not found that weird plateau? I mean, tell me more about like your strategy behind adding some of these other things that you have.
Yeah, to kind of go off your pole bending thing, I will say we have seen multiple horses return to the championship arena with different riders, so that I always think that's cool. I want to say Brooklyn Gunter, her horse won it a couple times on the pole bending, and then I think it was sold to younger generations, and there's a few others that I think have made their return. So yes, it was nice having the pole bending there, but I think it's cool that they get a bigger stage now, like you said, because there's not really a lot of avenue for them. I think one of the greatest strengths that we have is kind of a longevity in our partners. So our sponsors and partners have been with us for a very long time, and we're grateful for their support. And there's a lot of smart, savvy women and men that lead those companies that provide us insight and push us because they're involved in so many facets of the industry, not just rodeo. I mean, let's talk about Billy Bray. She pushes us to have better because her kids went through high school rodeo. She knows what's going on outside the world. She knows the competition, but she also is involved in the cow horse and the cutting and the show world. So she sees all these different things and has that extra push. And then, Cinch is a huge one for us too. We're grateful for Jess and Rachel over there. And they always are just like, how can we help elevate this experience just a little bit more too? So we're always grateful for just that support of the longevity from all those partners. So
absolutely. I think something, Linsay, that we've gotten some questions on the difference of what these exemptions are versus qualifier series, and just what you talked about, Gary, of NHSRA, the largest, right, association, almost 15,000 members. That's incredible. And for PWR to be able to give these exemptions to the ladies that have gone out and won the nation is incredible. And so, but Linsay, just to break down really quick, can you explain what the difference is between these partnership exemptions versus the qualifier series spots that we award?
Yeah, so the exemptions are partnership, like we said, exemptions that when we are working with the National High School Rodeo Association or the College National Finals Rodeo, just added value to winning their national title. It is an exemption straight to the first round of competition, very similar to the qualifier series, but those ladies kind of just like if you win a qualifier series, you get a straight pass to round one. If you get a partnership exemption, you get a straight shot to round one. So with all of the different, disciplines and continuing to add female disciplines, the team roping, like we said, you'll pair up just like everybody who qualifies in the top 20. And with those qualifier series, you'll be in that pool to get paired up in the team roping. So that's what that partnership exemption is. So we have had those questions of, do they go to the semifinals? Are they going straight to the championship round? Nope. They're going straight to round one of competition, the same as all of the other ladies. So tell us, you guys are headed to Lincoln, Nebraska. What do you want to hit on for your contestants gearing up, getting ready to head to the high school finals?
Yeah, I mean, it's super awesome. Like I said kind of earlier, we're all here for the kids. So I think that's the biggest celebration. And so I think the kids just need to take every opportunity they can. We know the arena's serious, but you've kind of done all you can do up to this point. So, just give it your all that week, but also don't miss the chances to make those memories and those friendships. I think one of the greatest things about high school rodeo is outside of just being the largest youth rodeo association, we get to hear so many amazing stories, people going on to be doctors or lawyers or outside of the arena as well too. But they all look back and talk about those memories and those friendships and those moments that they all had. Everyone may not remember the 10 seconds that they spend in the competition arena, or 20 if you have the super fast pole horse, or 19 at that point. But they remember all those moments when they went to the dance or they attended the college fair or got a participation in the jackpot
This is
pin.
where it's at. The dances are the
Exactly.
bomb.
Dances in the jackpot pin live up to their name for sure. So I think just really take it all in, like, and especially if it's your first time qualifying or if it's your last time qualifying, like just live in the moment and really enjoy every piece of that week that comes at you.
Absolutely. It's funny that you bring up the dances because I was looking at the schedule and I was like, ooh,
Yeah.
those dances I would miss. You know, I'd miss the jackpots before I'd miss those dances. Let me tell you.
Yeah. Especially like we brought Cowboy Prom back now. So like it had kind of went away, and then around the 50th anniversary they had it again, and then when we started the 75th anniversary a couple years ago in Gillette, the kids voted to bring Cowboy Prom back. So now that's been like a staple on that Wednesday night, and of course we know Wednesday that schedule, so you know that's the end of the first round, start of the second round, so those kids are either leaving or they're staying for the rest of the week, and so it's a great time Wednesday night for sure.
Absolutely. So you have seen, how long have you been the VP of marketing for High School Rodeo?
So I think I've been the VP for about 3 years, but I've officially been at High School Rodeo for 7. I started out kind of in the social media and digital marketing role. It was created for me back in 2019. So I started in January 2019. And I think it's just been super awesome to kind of see kids from that range. Like now, back then we didn't have 5th grade yet. So I'm truly am now seeing kids graduated that started my first year. And so it's super
crazy,
insane to see that. Yeah. I was like, that'll make you feel old. Like, and as everyone says, I was like, I never understood that phrase until it actually happened. And
I
was
always
seeing
told
seniors
my college
graduate.
kids, like I would coach until I was like as old as their parents, you know, and then I could be their parent. And now I'm like, oh God, I could be their grandma now. Like some of them, like, Jesus.
But it's so great, like creating those relationships with them when they're in that 5th, 6th grade region. And then like when you have those kids for as long as you do, and then if they become national officers or if they attend like our midwinter meetings and you get to see that, like they end up becoming like your little brothers and sisters at that point. So then their successes become their successes. And I've gone to like graduation parties or sent graduation gifts and been invited to like all this family stuff or weddings. And so it's just super cool being able to celebrate those life accomplishments inside the rodeo ones as well too.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, with all of these new transitions and just kind of like, in my opinion, you see this surge of women in the industry. What have you seen with numbers, you know, with your 15,000, almost 15,000 members? Where do you like, where's the numbers flowing on men to women now that you've included, you know, the cow horse, which is a lot of strong female representation? You know, you have the shooting sports, which I know that there's female representation in that. And then the, you know, the traditional 6 that you've always kind of had at High School Rodeo. What position and what pole does the female side of that play to your members?
Absolutely. Yeah. I'd say it's definitely a larger female side split. The largest events are barrel racing, breakaway, pole bending, you know, those easier kind of common core events. There used to kind of be a bigger gap between the barrel racing and the breakaway, but I think that gap is closing because I think it's just easier access and there's just more opportunities now. I mean, breakaways everywhere now. And I know the phrase used to be like cowboys cool or like, but cowgirl's always been cool on our side. Like we've been fortunate enough to have the history and the longevity that we do to be celebrating those cowgirls and cowboys and stuff. But especially like, I think our first breakaway was like we crowned in like 1950 or 51 or whatever, and girls cutting his run alongside that. And same with the pole bending and the barrel racing, and then later addition of the goat tying. So us being able to elevate those female events for as long as we had was awesome. But I think now with the broader spectrum of the industry jumping on the, not to say bandwagon, but that as
you
well.
Can say
you know,
it.
Yeah, just creating those opportunities now for those female athletes. And so now when that girl starts in 5th grade, she has that longevity through junior high, high school, if she wants to do college, if not now. But there's huge opportunities now outside of college too. So there never was that before. So that was kind of just always that timeline. But now everything's opening up so they can do college and amateur and the PWR or go to different breed associations and try and be competitive there and stuff. Like having that elevation of the rodeo events and some of those other aspects has been awesome to see.
Yeah, for sure. There'll be a lot of times that people ask me, like, with the evolution of the sport and females in the sport. I'm like, well, when I was in high school, I worked 6 events, and then I went to college and I worked 4. And then when it came to my professional career, I had 1. And they were like, what do you mean 1? And I'm like, that's the evolution that women have had. And now that the breakaway, now that there's 2, but now with PWR and our platform of really trying to celebrate female rodeo athletes from beginning of their career to the end of their career with the classifications, including the goat tying, including the pole bending, really trying to elevate female rodeo athletes back to how it was when we were working so hard in high school and, developing our careers, that now I'm really passionate about hopefully PWR being that next step, from the college level to the PWR, and continuing in all of the disciplines instead of having to pick and choose which ones that you could be the best at. With the classifications, you can continue to be a barrel racer, even though maybe you don't have that, multi-million-dollar horse that's going to let you go, try to make the finals. And so it's fun that now with this partnership, the girls can see the stepping stones to and the pathways to the PWR. With that, we have opened up the VRQ, just so that everybody knows it's kind of a new thing too. We've opened up the VRQ so that the ladies who do qualify for the National High School Finals rodeo can nominate every single one of those events on the leaderboard. Before, it was a youth event and we didn't allow it to be, but this year, now with the inclusion of the pole bending and the goat tying, we've opened up the leaderboard. So the breakaway ropers can now nominate the breakaway roping, and the team ropers can nominate the team roping, and the barrel racing, and so on and so forth. So that's another kind of cool part to this partnership is it allowed that door to be open for your members to be able to accumulate points on the leaderboard. Because it is a great rodeo and there's a lot of opportunity for a lot of points there to build up on, our leaderboard.
For sure.
I'm sure some of those pro athletes are probably maybe biting their tongue a little bit because, having the youth be in a separate division was always a little nicer sometimes.
Yeah.
And as we know, like just based off history from some of these other championship rodeos, the kids come to play, like it's not like just a normal event anymore. Like it's a championship rodeo, like at high school finals, and then transferring over to this and stuff. Like they handle the pressure and they handle it well.
Yeah, they do.
And we've had several young girls, that are just finishing high school or still in high school that are promoted to pros because they are going to so many of those open events and winning and doing so well, and they have the horsepower. And so for us to, allow the younger high school athletes to nominate, the way our point system now works, it's even now. You're just competing against the people that have nominated and earning points out of those athletes. So we're excited to go into this official partnership with NHSRA, open up nominations to all of those approved disciplines with the PWR. And Gary, I would love to hear too, for those that are watching or will watch this, that will be at home across the nation during the high school finals rodeo, how can they tune in and support these athletes and watch the event?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have 2. So like Lindsay said, the rodeo starts July 19th and runs all the way through the 25th. Our championship short round is Saturday the 25th. Starting Sunday night, we have 2 performances daily after that. So Sunday, it's going to be 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're in Lincoln, Nebraska this year. And then after that, it's going to be 9 a.m. and 7 p.m. Monday through Friday. And then same thing Saturday. Saturday, we start a little earlier with opening ceremonies and introducing the high call. But again, 9 a.m. and 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then it'll be live on Cowboy Channel, Cowboy Plus. So they'll be able to catch all the action. They can follow along with those athletes through the week. We post our results online after every performance within about 30 minutes of the performance ending. If you're not seeing that and we had problems with this at junior high, make sure and hit the refresh button because sometimes it was lagging a little bit, but those results are updated. And then we also post our performance graphics across all our social media. It's at NHSRA for everything: TikTok, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, whatever social media the kids have, we probably have it too.
Tweet
so.
me, beat me, wherever you can
Yeah.
find me. Yeah.
Yeah. Kim
Love it.
Possible's the go-to there.
Yeah. Good reference. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got it. Good job.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Linsay, what do you think?
Well, I'm just so thankful that we could, get this done before the high school finals and offer these opportunities to the ladies. And I'm just so thankful that, the National High School Rodeo Association values the females in the sport and always has. And I'm, passionate about, what a great avenue that NHSRA is, because between the scholarships and the opportunities and, like you said, like the different countries, I mean, you're international now, and it's just, it offers so many avenues for people to stay in the Western industry and to be part of that. We are just, just grateful to have that chance to offer these ladies a spot to the PWR championship, and then to be there and help celebrate them is very important to us. But my finishing line is, finish this sentence. The future of women's rodeo is.
I'm going to say tough. I've been around enough of these youth athletes, and I don't want to call anybody out, but some of these pros better watch their back, just because these girls are on fire at the youth events. Like junior high is outstanding. Like they're still having fun, but it's still competitive at the same time. But I'm excited to see what times are going to come out at high school, especially with so much on the line with this new edition of the exemption. And then obviously, I mean, they're gunning for jackpot money, scholarship money. Like it's expensive to do this now. So they're trying to cover their bills as they get down the road too, as they get a little bit older through the high school ages. So I definitely would use the word tough, because it's been gritty and rank at high school rodeo these past few years for sure. So
they're getting raised with ice through their veins, aren't they?
yes.
Oh, that's good.
They dang sure don't let the smoke and lights get to them, because when you see them back in the box or coming down the alley, you're like, holy smokes, they come to play. That's for sure. So go ahead.
The amount of ones we saw last year in the breakaway, and then like between 6s and 7s and the goat tying, like
it's crazy.
They challenged me during field day, and I was like, I couldn't do it. Like I couldn't do the little goat tying dummy. I was like, I didn't come up in this world, so like that is fine by me. But those girls are wicked fast at it. So
yeah, they are.
That's so great.
That's so great. Well, Gary, thank you so much. Again, thank you to NHSRA for this opportunity to partner with you all and celebrate female rodeo athletes. But we appreciate you taking time to join us on Women's Wednesday this morning. If anybody needs to get tickets, all of that July 19th through the 25th, Lincoln, Nebraska, why don't you hit your website one more time and let everybody know where they can buy tickets so they can come to the rodeo and watch the best youth rodeo in the world. Obviously, you said the Cowboy Channel, they can catch it live on the Cowboy Channel and the app. But what's the website one more time?
Yeah, you can just go to NHSRA.com/NHSFR, National High School Finals Rodeo, the official abbreviation. And like we said, all information's updated there daily. And then just follow our social channels as well. We got a great team behind that pushing out content. So
yeah, you do. Your social team is awesome. I love
Thank you.
The things that they do, behind the scenes and during the day, and just seeing all the other fun stuff that happens. But thank you so much, Gary, for joining us this morning, and good luck. Safe travel. And we're excited to see who gets their spot to the PWR championship.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Gary. Have a good rest of your day.
Thanks.
So fun. I love having when we get to have guests on, but great guy. Gary Hawks is the VP of marketing for the National High School Rodeo Association. But Sammy Joe, we have some things to talk about. Okay, there's the announcement for today. That was our, it'll officially come out at 10 Central. So in about 30 minutes, the press release will come out. But pretty excited to partner with the people at High School Rodeo.
Yes, it's exciting. Wow. And girls, don't forget now, you can nominate the high school finals rodeo in all of those disciplines. So make sure you get your PWR ID card purchased in Next Gen, and then you can nominate in the VRQ, vrqapp.com. We'll put our emails up here again. If you need any help or questions, you can email us at support@premierwomensrodeo.com. Or if you have VRQ specific questions, you can email support@vrqapp.com. But there are a lot of youth events happening right now, Linsay. The WCJR is starting. Don't forget, you can nominate the pole bending and goat tying at that event. The Little Britches, I think, just ended.
Good,
But yeah, visit our website, premierwomensrodeo.com, and you can see the youth events under the goat tying tab. You can also just go into the vrqapp.com, and look at all of the events that are open to nominate. But on that note, we can talk a little bit too today about
Shawnee. It's about to start too.
Shawnee, yes, the IFYR. What else do we have? Yeah, there's. Let me just pull up the list here.
So with those youth, with those
Yep.
youth events, there's the few selected ones that you can nominate the goat tying and the pole bending for. And then now we opened up the National High School Finals because of this partnership that we had with them. So we will kind of keep tabs on those youth events. But due to this partnership, that's the reason why we went ahead and opened it up. But if I wanted to get started, I have my pole bending horse. I'm ready to go, Sammy Joe. Walk me through the steps just so that everybody can kind of see if I am a high school finals competitor and I do want to start, nominating the pole bending or the goat tying, or I just want to, I'm a team roper and I want to start nominating and get in the team roping. Where do I start?
Yeah, so this is premierwomensrodeo.com. You're always going to want to start with your ID card. So under ID cards here, it literally steps you step by step how to purchase it. You will need to go into the Next Gen Rodeo app, log in, go to profile. Like I said, back here on this page, it steps you select profile, select membership, find Premier Women's Rodeo. It's $150 to purchase your ID card. The pole bending specifically is like the goat tie-in showcase. We are not classifying pro, challenger, limited within the poles and the goats. It's one leaderboard. Everybody competes against each other. We'll bring 20 from the leaderboard, as well as these partnership exemptions that we're now offering. So more to come on the specific details of the championship. But in terms of getting started, you need to purchase your ID card, and then you'll begin nominating. So if you click VRQ here on the website, it takes you to vrqapp.com. And this is where if you search Guthrie, my recommendation anytime you're searching events is to search by the city and state. Sometimes you may think an event is named something and it might be named a little differently in the VRQ. So definitely try to always search an event by the city and state. WCJR has the jackpots going on right now that can be nominated, as well as the Cinch World Championship Junior Rodeo. If you look up Lincoln, you will find the National High School Finals Rodeo. Let's see, pretty much any event, but we have the Rock Springs PRCA Rodeo coming up. It's not in the VRQ right now. So you can always add an event. You can click this button. It will ask you the questions of city, state, the start date, end date. The VRQ team at that point, it'll charge you $100 to nominate. And if it's a single round rodeo, which Rock Springs is, but you would be refunded $50 if it was a single round event, if it only costs $50 to nominate. Or you could be upcharged if it's an event that costs more than that. But regardless, you can always app at an event or send a flyer to events@vrqapp.com and they'll put it in for you. But yeah, pole bending specifically, it is open to the world. So youth events, open jackpots, any event you're going to that has publicly verifiable results. So the flyer has to be promoted and the results have to be posted online. It is eligible to nominate and you can start earning points. This Thursday will be the very first leaderboard update for pole bending. So stay tuned. Tomorrow afternoon, you'll go to W27. You always, if you're a pole bender, want to make sure you're under pro. That's where it will populate. And then the pole bending, we will have, I know the Walls family, Kinsey Walls was our very first pole bender to nominate. Congrats, Kinsey. But we'll have girls start populating on this leaderboard this Thursday, Linz.
It's going to be great. I'm so excited. I've had, I went to some rodeos. I went to a few rodeos this last weekend over the 4th of July, and I hope everybody had a great 4th of July. It was a beautiful.
I'm still wearing my flag.
Yeah, it was a good 250, but and I had so many people, like, there was mostly men who were like, pole bending, really? When are we gonna have the keyhole? And I'm like, just stop. But then the ladies were always like, this is so cool. I always, wish that pole bending could continue. And so hopefully everybody gets excited about the pole bending. So
mission of PWR is to create an all-inclusive environment, right? And so those pole bending horses, you watch how fast they run around and do their lead changes and get around the poles. And I'm very excited to watch it at the championship, May 13th through the 16th, 2027. Put it on your calendar now. Cowtown Coliseum, Fort Worth, Texas. We will be showcasing pole bending. So exciting.
Yeah. So Run for Millions coming up August the 14th. If you do not have tickets and you want to come to the Run for the Million on August the 14th, I think that they are almost sold out in Las Vegas at the South Point with the Run for Million Taylor Sheridan event with the cow horse and the reining. I'm super excited about that. That is, everybody is entered. We are locked and loaded with the 20 ladies that get to compete there. Thank you to Run for a Million. So if you have not got your tickets for that event and you are in the Las Vegas area and want to, you better get on there and get them bought now, because I know that it was almost sold out for the Run for the Million. We did have some great opportunities with the Austin Gamblers, and we had the bull riding kind of qualifier series partnership exemption, and we have a qualifier series for the bull riding again that's new, working with Optimize and the Women's Bull Riding Challenge Wednesday, July the 22nd, and we have added that flyer. If you go to my Facebook and my Instagram, I've added that flyer, and it's been in our stories. But thanks to Jordan Halverson, we will offer the champion of the OptiWise Women's Bull Riding Challenge in Durango, Colorado. It's got $5,000 added. So lady bull riders, this is one of those events that I would promise, want to get to. So it's got 5,000 added. Like I said, the champion gets a spot to, it's a qualifier series spot to the Premier Women's Rodeo Championship, but it is Wednesday, July the 22nd in Durango, Colorado, 5,000 OptiWise Women's Bull Riding Challenge. So thank you to them. So we do have a qualifier series for the bull riding. That's pretty fun. I'm excited about that. Yep, there that is. So if you are in the Durango area on July the 22nd, you dang sure want to hit this bull riding up. But Sami Jo has been working diligently, very diligently. And thank you to some great friends with Kenneth Francis to help us with something. But go ahead and share your news that you got pretty much.
Yes. Yeah, we are very excited. And everybody asks every year, is Cheyenne a qualifier? And we are so grateful to Johnny Johnson, JX2. The Daddy is back officially as a qualifier series event. So the Ladies Open Monday, July 20th will officially be a qualifier series, as well as our friends at Cinch Breakaway have the mama of them all on July 26th, and that will be a QS as well. So if you are not planning on going to Cheyenne, but now you were fingers crossed.
Renee, huh?
Yes. Woo! Cheyenne will officially be a QS for both the Daddy and the mama of them all. So we are very grateful to those producers for putting these great events on and for being willing to partner with PWR and offer QSs. And so these are great events to nominate, obviously amazing events to participate in, great payout, great prizes, great producers. Cheyenne's my home. So of course too, really good soft place in my heart. It is going to be interesting though, Linsay, because there's no longer a slack in the breakaway at the Cheyenne Frontier Days. So let's show up, support this event, because they have been there every year. And I know they're a little nervous about what will change with the slack not being there, but I think that there should still be plenty of girls going to compete. So yeah, definitely.
Well, and our cries to northern producers who are doing things, in the central states and like Wyoming and, Montana, where Sami Jo worked really hard on this one. And thank you to Kenna, because she also helped open the door for that daddy roping to be a qualifier series. And thank you to Johnny for allowing us to be part of his event. So if you are headed there for the all girl on May the 20th, make sure that you get your cards bought and we can get everybody classified and get nominated to get that qualifier series spot. So super excited. And then cinch breakaway with mama of them all on the 26th. Pretty cool.
It's great.
So,
NBHA, the Youth and Teen World, is coming up. Lauren, Ray, if you're still with us, that event is nominatable. So again, reminder, this is how NBHAs work. In Saddlebook, at time of entry, you can add the PWR side pot to your entry. The side pot in Saddlebook is what makes you eligible to win a QS to our 2027 championship. If you want to nominate and earn points, that is completely separate. You can go into the VRQ, nominate those events. I know the VRQ team was working diligently on getting all of those events added. So if you don't see it yet, shoot the support at vrqapp.com a note. But we're working to get everything in there so you can nominate it. But yes, definitely make sure you got, if you're an MBHA member, the side pot so that you're eligible to advance in the QS, and then go nominate so you can get points to be on the leaderboard. But yes, the Youth and Teen World Championship is coming up. NBHA puts on great super shows, so make sure you have those on your calendar. And California's Richest, if you haven't entered yet, entries are open as of July 1st. Danielle Portier sent me a note and said, don't forget to remind everybody, they are for the first time awarding a horse trailer this year, a slanted horse trailer.
Isn't that nuts?
To the high money earner. Yeah. So congrats to Danielle on upping the game again this year. And they have 4 saddles they're awarding. I know the sponsors show up big time at this event as well. It is a qualifier series on August 2nd. So the all-girl open breakaway, make sure you get that nominated. And then, of course, the all-girl team roping, there is a number 4 incentive. So another incredible event in California at Bellotto Park. That is such a cool historic arena. And Linsay, you probably have roped in there several times, huh?
I have roped in there quite a few times. It's beautiful. The weather's always nice. It's never hot. Tres Pinos is a beautiful area. So I think that I'm trying to figure out my trip to California, but now I'm thinking maybe I should push it a couple days and maybe get down there and try to win a trailer.
I know you should. So the high money earner. And then again, as a reminder, we have CN Productions. This is his full list of events that he helps produce, but we got October 15th through the 18th in Guthrie at the Lazy E is Oklahoma's Richest. That's also $1 million breakaway qualifier as well. And then November, that week of Thanksgiving, is the Kimes Ranch $1 million breakaway, as well as Rising Stars at Westworld and Scottsdale. So, and then December 3rd through the 12th will be all of our amazing events in Vegas, including Las Vegas Stars with CN. We have Kenny Zamora and Sherry Hamilton that put on the Masters Tour, and that is December 3rd through the 7th at, I believe, the Rio.
The Rio. It's at the top.
Thank you. Yep. Help me out, Linsay.
It's at the Rio.
Kenny and Sherry also have in Phoenix, Arizona, November 14th. We're getting those dates updated on the website, but Phoenix will have a breakaway and team roping November 14th. Then obviously they'll go to Las Vegas, and then Casa Grande, Arizona. Is that how you say that? Casa Grande? Grande. January 1st, so New Year's Day, they will also have a breakaway and team roping. We are talking with Extreme Team Roping, Ben and Jody Clements. They are coming back on with some QSs. Renee Bowling, I know you're watching. Barrels, poles, goats, all the things. We need to talk, my friend. But yes, Extreme, Heather is coming back. And we're talking to them possibly about adding, they've done 2 historically. So yes, lots of incredible producers that we are finalizing dates, getting everything live on the website. Barrel Racing, the Colorado Mega Producer has another event coming up. We'll be working with them. So Sarah Nelms is putting on a all-girl day pretty much in Virginia. Dirk Webb is going to do an all-girl day with all disciplines in October. So we are bursting at the seams, Linsay, with some great qualifiers throughout the year. I do want to give a shout out. So if you are watching and you have a PWR ID card, PBR has an app called Greenfly, and we would love for you to download it. We would love for you to upload kind of just the journey of taking us along with you through the summer, where you're going to compete, some of the fun things that you're doing on the road. So if you haven't learned about Greenfly yet, shoot us a message. We'll send you the direct link on where to download it. But we want to see your journey, and that's a great place for us to get the content from you. So download Greenfly, share your summer journey of where you're headed with us, and you may see it on PWR socials.
Yeah, absolutely. And, it's a great way to let us help tell your story too. And then don't forget that we are also on sale for our December event at Cowtown Coliseum, the 16th through the 20th. And lots of great things coming from that. We're just rocking and rolling over here, trying to continue to help grow ladies in the sport. So we hope everybody sees all the fun stuff that we get to do. And we're very thankful to the producers that we get to work with. One more little kind of shout out is this Friday on the 10th of July, I'm headed to Fort Collins, Colorado, to the College Rodeo All-Stars that the PBR is putting on. It's a team concept from the North versus the South. So Joe Beaver and Sid Steiner are the North coaches, and Trevor Brazil and Dale Brisby are the South coaches. They've put together great college rodeo teams that work with Learfield College Rodeo. And so if you are interested in that event, it's on Fox Nation on Friday night. Brad Paisley concert. If you're in Colorado or in Cheyenne or anywhere kind of in the area, it'll be a really fun event. And they have their kickoff their team series this weekend too in Fort Collins. But excited that with Learfield and the partnership with them, we're going to offer the fastest female in the goat tying, the breakaway, and the barrel race a spot to the PWR championship as well. So great things happening, and just very thankful to be able to work with so many different organizations, because that's, what do you say? All boats rise on a high tide. And if we all work together, then it's only better for all of us. So thankful for the National High School Rodeo Association, Learfield and PBR, and, College Rodeo, and all these great things that are happening. So that's a kind of the where you want to go is Fort Collins to this College Rodeo All-Stars. It's going to be a good time. I'm excited to, I'm kind of like the rules police. weird.
Lindsay
I
said
need Tiba Smith there to make sure I have my ground rules right, because she's the ground rule police.
right, put them in your back pocket, have them printed, be ready to go.
I'll have my clipboard with my rules and making sure that Trevor and Dale don't do
no
something
cheating
silly.
allowed here.
Yeah. No, it'll be exciting. Where I want you to talk about where you're going this weekend, because I think it's important to celebrate everyone.
Yeah, I think as we were talking about Cheyenne being my home, I have the honor of being a part of the Miss Frontier Sisterhood, and Cheyenne Frontier Days kicks off with the Coronation Ball, which is where past Miss Frontiers are invited to put your buckskins on. We'll see if mine fit. I might be wearing a different outfit, but we'll go to Cheyenne Frontier Days into the park, and Miss Frontier this year, Catherine Olson and her lady in waiting, Meadow King, will be honored, and they get all the swag, and it's just a super fun event. So yes, I will be headed to Cheyenne this weekend with my daughter, and
Amy Joe's history is coming out.
Yes, Miss Frontier memories, if you've been following along with all my memories, but no, it's going to be a fun weekend. And I want to hear in the comments, if y'all are watching, where are you headed? Where will you be nominating this weekend? And I want to encourage everyone, join us next week. Lindsay, I'm putting you on the spot, but I think let's go through how to qualify for the 2027 championship, the benefits of being on the leaderboard versus winning QS spots and these partnership exemptions. And we will break it down on learning the benefits of nominating, getting those points, the world champion bonuses that we award. I think it's time we break it down. So let's do that next week.
Yeah, let's do it. Because I mean, sometimes I feel like we get not, and I hope that everybody understands, we're just trying to keep the line of communication open, because it's different. And when things are different, it can be hard and almost intimidating, because you can get it all done right here on your phone, but sometimes there's a lot of buttons to push. And if we just help you talk you through it, it just makes it better. I always think about like my parents calling me, they're like, my printer won't work. And I'm not there to help you turn it off and turn it back on, because that's usually how I fix IT problems. But
fails.
Yeah. But it's just, if you have kind of that lifeline, and we're always here to try to be the lifeline to help everybody talk you through it and make it just as easy as possible. Remember that you can nominate if you're going to go to California's Richest, you can go on there and nominate it now, because it's in your brain. I know I'm guilty of, I got to get that done, and then it passes, and things like that happen. So you can pre-nominate. It doesn't have to be the day of. It's better to do it before, so you can get it, checked off the list. But great show, Sami Jo. I love it. Thank you, Gary Hawks, for joining us. And yeah, go ahead.
So recap. High school finals, we're officially offering partnership exemptions, and nominations are open and live for all of our approved disciplines. And QS events are coming live, so be sure to stay updated on our website with all those dates and where to go. And come tune in next week, and we'll break down the benefits of being on the leaderboard versus winning those QS spots and partnership exemptions. And yeah, we will see you next Wednesday.
Have a wonderful week. Have a beautiful weekend. Be safe. Safe travels. Put your seat buckle on. And we will catch you on the flip side next Wednesday for Premier Women's Rodeo, Women's Wednesday. See you guys. Have a great week.